everybody, this is your girl Sirrah, and tonight I'm taking a minute to do a vlog with my dad. As I have promised you in the last vlog I did, where I was saying thank you to everybody for being so amazing and so awesome with all the support that you were showing us during the time that he was going through his situation, right? I said I was gonna ask him after he came out of the hospital and got back on his feet if he would be willing to sit down with me and share with you his personal story and testimony of what it was like going through his situation. So, everybody, this is my daddy. Daddy, this is everybody. This is Sirrah crew.
Hi, everybody.
Everybody say hi.
Hi.
Good. Yeah, I was telling them to tell you hi.
And I'm saying hi again.
Oh, okay, there we go. All right, so yeah, I pretty much was keeping everybody up to date about what had happened, how we were all dealing with it, how you were dealing with it, how it was being in the hospital. Like, literally, people were like messaging me every single day. So, how is daddy today? What's going on? We want to know. So I started to do daily or almost every couple of days posts on my Facebook page, just letting people know, well, this is what's happened today, this is the progress, this is where we are, etc. And people were responding. I really was overwhelmed by the response. And then off of social media, and actually like coming to your bedside in the hospital, the amount of people that came to say hi or just thinking about you, etc., etc. I mean, not just on the evening visit, but lunchtime too. It was really overwhelming. So if it was overwhelming for me, and I wasn't the person actually going through it myself, I could only imagine what it was like for you. So I don't know.
Yeah, it was a new experience.
Yeah.
An experience that I have never had before. Was never hospitalized. Was never under the kind of care that I needed in an institution like that. Never felt the outpouring of love and friendship and warmth that I had those 13 days.
Yeah, it was like 13 or 14 days, yeah.
13 days that I was there. And not only for my family, of course, they were so obligated. But
well, honestly, we say obligated, but at the end of the day, it's still a choice. I think we chose to be there because that's what meant most to us.
Obligated to be there. But it was an experience of being in a new place and also in a new ministry. There were persons I've met, I'm still in contact with, who were also patients, and we still call each other, we still talk. I was the Lord of the Manor because I was the longest person in there. So I saw people come and go. I prayed for people who went out. I encouraged people.
What did you say? Are you saying that you prayed out people?
I prayed people out. Yeah.
Prayed people out of the hospital.
Even the day I left, there was a guy who was there, and he said to me he doesn't know what he's going to do now. I'm leaving.
Aww.
And it kind of made me feel sad that I had to go, but obviously I would rather be home with my wife and family than to be hospitalized. But God has been very good to me. The fact is that this event happened by nobody's understanding. Even the doctors are not fully aware of what fully brought it on. One doctor said it might just be a chemical imbalance in the body. And since then I've looked at, how I'm doing things, what I'm doing. I had a lot of time.
And you're actually talking about the seizures.
Yes,
right.
About the seizure and the particular one I had, the way it came on and the way it affected me.
Yeah.
Because I've had seizures before, but never to the extent that it would have made me react the way I reacted. You can see from my my decorated lips that I am still waiting on the healing of that part of my mouth. Um, very much everything else is healed. I've had a number of tests and so forth, and all of them have come back pretty much, okay. I'm just waiting for my last visit, and I believe when I go back to clinic for the last, I'm calling it the last time. I am calling it into being as the last time. That that is going to be my time to be dismissed from clinic. I must say that I have a whole new mouth, so I'm talking in a new way. I have a new tongue, I have new lips, I have new, new taste buds.
Yeah.
Everything is new.
Guys, like
new.
when the seizure happened and Daddy got burnt, his entire tongue from the back to the tip, all the taste buds were burnt off.
Totally off.
I mean, it was really a sight to see. And he was in so much pain. I remember the day it came. I really did not anticipate what I saw when we got here to take him to the hospital. But at that time, we were thinking, oh, we just taking Daddy to the doctor. Maybe just burn his tongue. Because we're, like Daddy said, we're accustomed to him having seizures. This was not the first time. He's never had a seizure like this before. So when my sister gave me the call in the morning and said, well, can you go and take Daddy to the doctor? I was like, okay, sure. He had a seizure, he burnt his mouth. So I was thinking more like, when you mix tea a little too hot and you sip it too fast before it cools down, that type of burn. But when I got here and I saw the state, between the time that it happened, maybe I got here like what, within an hour, 2 hours, hour and a half?
Maybe within an hour.
Within an hour and a half. I mean, it took that amount of time, that small amount of time, for the swelling to start rapidly. His tongue, his hand, his chest, it was scary. It really was. And we were like, okay, this cannot be a doctor situation. This has to be hospital. So, but what has the healing been like? You were talking about having a whole new mouth.
Yeah, it has been good. It's just now waiting to see if the lips will, how they will go back to their natural color, or to whatever color that they may go back to. The doctor said it may not always go back to the original color, but they will get darker. And that takes time. But the process has been, I was sharing it only today at work with a co-worker, and she was like, don't tell me anymore, don't tell me anymore. Even my wife, some days when she came and she saw the peeling of the lips and the old flesh coming off,
Mommy's got
because
squeamish fast.
all of that had to be done.
I can see her now. Oh, my legs, my legs. I can feel it in my legs.
She was just going through this, but it had to come off. It had to be removed as I gargle, because that is all I could do. And sometimes in the night, or even while I'm there, I would just feel these bits and pieces of flesh removing, and they all just came off bit by bit. The tongue, I remember one night I coughed and I just decided to spit, and when I did that,
it was flesh?
It was a big piece of flesh off my tongue. But it was deliverance, because it was the last piece that was there to come off. It was a big piece, and then from there on, it was just healing. I used the medication. Right now I'm using my own medications, because there's nothing prescribed for this by the doctor.
Yeah.
So I'm using like vitamin E. And if any of you guys out there know how to get lips dark quickly, except using cosmetics,
right,
you can always send back and say, try this.
Yeah.
But I'm using vitamin E. I'm using aloe vera.
The natural aloe.
The natural stuff.
Yeah.
And it's helping, helping to get them back nice and good.
Yeah.
Back
I think
to work.
They're coming good though.
Yeah, much better than they were at the beginning, because even when I first saw them, when I took a mirror and I looked at myself, I had a reality check. I had to look and say, is that me?
Yeah.
And I remember my last daughter, Crystal, she said she wasn't coming back to the hospital. She couldn't take it. I had to actually coax her back. And she came
She surprised
eventually,
you a day.
you know, brought a whole set of her
Friends.
schoolmates.
Yeah.
But it was really good. I've seen God provide people at every level. I met nurses that were members of my church, under whose care, you know, I actually fell into their hands, almost literally. And then I had nursing attendants that attended our churches that knew me, and therefore they were there to help. I had one young lady whose baby I had recently christened.
Yeah.
She's Carrie Ann's cousin, and she brought me all the sterilized gauze and everything I would need, and make sure that I had what I needed to keep my lips from getting infected.
And Sharissa.
And then there was Sharissa who came.
That's my other sister.
Yes, she's a nurse at the hospital, so whenever she was on duty, she came either before or before and after. And there was one day in particular I needed help. The nursing staff on that ward was very low that day, and just as I was about to say nurse, Sharissa walked through the door, and I just said, "Thank you, Jesus," because I didn't want to disturb them.
Yeah.
You know, I could not eat for 9 days, so I couldn't imagine how that was. I was hooked up by my hands to the IV, and that's how I was fed. And for 9 days not eating. And I'll tell you guys something. Don't ever say hospital food doesn't taste good. After 9 days, and you get that first bowl of soup from the hospital, it's the best food you ever had. Best. Better than Kentucky, better than Chauffeur. Real good food. That was the best I ever had.
Well, yeah.
I enjoyed
After 9
it.
days, it
After
would be
9 days not eating, I watch everybody around me, and they're eating and they're having their food, and I'm just looking on. But one thing about it too, although I wasn't eating, I was hungry. And one of my members of the church, who was a nurse and attendant, she said to me, "But don't forget, Pastor Harris, yours is going straight to your veins. They have to process this and now get it into their system. Or yours is going straight into your system." And that was rewarding, or reassuring, I would say.
Yeah.
But God was and is still very good to me. It has been now just over 2, almost 3 months that this has happened.
Yeah.
And I think that truly I can say, "Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good, and his mercy endureth forever."
Forever.
Let Kevin Harris say so, whom he have redeemed from the hand of the enemy.
Yep.
Thank you. Much love. God bless you all. And I hope maybe sometime when I get more, technologically savvy, I will be doing this on my own. Thank you very much.
It could happen. So I don't have anything else to add to that, guys. You heard it. I just want to join and say thank you too, and continues to keep us in prayer. As you heard, there's still healing to be done. God isn't finished yet, but we just really love you guys and we appreciate all that you've been doing. So stay tuned. There'll be more vlogs coming your way. I have to let you guys know that I'm getting ready to release some new music. You gotta dance with me, Daddy. New. Dance with me.
Okay. However I do it. New
music is coming very shortly. So stay tuned for that. And I got a lot of stuff on the horizon. So until everybody stay safe, and I love you guys. Bye.
Bye.